Jacobs Show. Listen, we have a great show lined up for you. I'm your host, Kim Jacobs, better known as the Balance Doctor. And all of our guests that come on, they're either people that have overcome some tremendous odds in their own lives as they balance this thing called life, or they're experts and they're here to share tips and strategies that will help you better balance and manage your life. Grab your virtual seats and let's get ready for some real relevant and relatable content on today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Kim Jacobs Show. Oh, man, I'm so excited. You know how I feel like a proud parent? I'm over here like, guess who's on The Kim Jacobs Show today, y'all, where we're bringing balance to the world one household at a time? None other than Dr. Jonathan Haynes. How are you, Dr. Jonathan?
I'm doing so well. I'm doing great. Can't complain.
You know, when people say that, it really
Mhm.
usually it sounds cliche-ish, if that makes sense. I'm doing great, can't complain, but no, God really has been good to you, for real.
Yes, he has, for real, for real. Yes.
So I was a sleuth over on your Facebook page and doing all kind of stuff, y'all. We are in for a tremendous treat today as we talk about 2025 being your year. How many of you really believe that? Because a lot of times we say things, but we really don't mean it. We say it because it's the thing to say, the thing to do. But at the end of the day, do we really get it down in our spirit, man, and apply it to our everyday living? Today, Dr. Jonathan Haynes is going to tell us how to make this year, 2025, your year. You believe it? Put it in the comments section. Let me hear some interactive conversation. You believe it, don't you, Dr. Jonathan?
I truly believe it.
And why? Okay, I didn't even share your bio yet, but just give me just like at least 2 seconds. Why do you believe it? Why do you believe that 2025 can be your year and our year? And then I'm going to share your bio.
Right, because if you still have breath in your body, there's a reason why you're still here and you're still living and you can still do everything that you put your mind to. Millions didn't make it to see 2025. So if you're still here, that's the number one reason why 2025 is your year.
You know how you be like, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Drop the mic, y'all. Already we are in for a roller coaster ride. Listen, Dr. Jonathan Haynes is here today. He is an award-winning recording artist, and he often talks about Gulfport, Mississippi, and he has a passion to drive music as far as his mission will reach. He has shared the stage with some of the biggest names in the gospel industry, and I'm hearing a feedback, but in the gospel. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. He has shared the stage with some of the largest names in the gospel industry. He is a 6-time. Now, the last time he was on, he was a 3-time. Now he is a 6-time international best-selling author, mental health coach, educator, serial entrepreneur, and a motivational speaker. He's a minister of the gospel in his own right as well, and has been featured on many different publications, which we'll talk about more today. But ultimately, God is his source. It's so many other aspects to him in his career, and I want him to talk to you about those versus me just reading them. So I'm so glad to have you here today, Dr. Jonathan Haynes.
Thank you so much for having me. Truly, it's amazing. And I'm just grateful that I'm still here to share this amazing upcoming year about what we can do to better our lives.
Yes. And I see comments coming in. Red Hunter says, maybe 2026. I got a lot of work to still do. There are people that genuinely believe that. So maybe this isn't going to be their year, and it's only somebody still in the first quarter here, and they've already determined and defined that this is not going to be their year. Any words of encouragement for someone like that? Because people will put comments in throughout today's broadcast.
Yes, I say that, but you have to believe that if God give you the talents to do it, it may not seem like that. I was just like that last year. I was I went into the schooling system because I got discouraged because I didn't see my life going anywhere. I've had all these accolades and I'm still in the school system, still doing all my things, but I was in a depression state because I'm always traveling. I was always doing something, as you know, and God put me in a halt season. And I was like, God, I've been praying. I've been reading your scriptures, and I'm like, why is my life going in this season? And I just had to really wait on him and to understand why he put me in that waiting season. And it was for me, I wasn't waiting on him. I was just taking everything and I was just doing things. And he had to show me, hold on, wait a minute. I'm going to show you who's really in charge. So he
Mhm.
had to sit me down for a couple of months,
Mhm.
and we're going to talk about later all the other things that we have had, what I have experienced. But we just put that in mindset. But I believe after you listen to what I'm going to say, that 2025 is going to be your year.
Look at him customizing a whole show just for you, Red Hunter. So that's why you're in the right place at the right time today. Listen, talk to us, Dr. Jonathan, about some of the biggest challenges that you've had to experience in your lifetime, because people see the success now, and which I'll be putting a lot of images of, but you've come from somewhere. Where did you come from to get to where you are today?
Yes, a lot of people don't understand. They just see all the glitz, the glamour, and all these things. But I'm an overcomer of multiple suicide attempts. I tried at 14, 18, and at 20. I'm 29 years old. And the most traumatic was when I was 20 years old. I was sitting in front of my grandmother's house, and I was trained on guns, and I knew where they had the guns. And so I went into the house, got the gun, I put the bullets in it, I unlocked it, I pulled the trigger, but the bullet didn't come out. And I can remember saying, God, I don't know what I just tried to do, but I thank you for saving my life. And at that moment, when you do something like that, I wasn't thinking about what was going on. It was like something came over me, and I was like, what did I really just try to do?
Right.
And I remember saying, God, I really want you to save my life for real. I've been baptized since I was 6. I was the youth president at the time for over 300 to 400 youth. And if I would have gave up, what would that meant to those
Right.
young people when I'm speaking to them saying, don't give up, don't be bullied in school. You have to overcome these obstacles and trials, when I was trying to take my own life. And I remember him saying, in 5 years, I'm going to blow your mind. And that was around COVID time. And I was like, I'm going to believe your word. And I said, okay, God. When COVID came, I was like, okay, these are the 5 years. What is going on?
Right.
Everything is shut down.
It's like,
Everything is shut down. And so I remember Karen Cherry, the Bus of the Seat Queen.
yes.
Yes, she made a book
Tag
called
her.
Make It Happen. The book was called Make It Happen, and it changed
Mhm.
my life forever.
That's I'm texting. I'm actually chat tagging her right now, because her work is just so legendary and impactful. So her book, okay, we got to go back and bite size unpack this a little bit. At the age of 14, at the age of 18, at the age of 20,
Mhm,
you attempted to commit suicide. Now, when people are in the place of attempting, that means that they are ready for it to happen, right?
mhm,
And I've
mhm.
never attempted, so I don't know. And I don't want to be ignorant in my assumptions. So I'm
Mhm.
asking you, is that what it really means?
Yes. I was at the point where the first time I just lost my father to a brain aneurysm at 11 years old. And so for 3 years, I could not cope with that. And so I'm in the church, and my pastor was coming to me praying and saying it's going to get better. But in my mind, at a young age, I said it's not going to get better. Better. I lost my father. How can you tell me it's going to get better when my father is gone? So I just didn't know how to cope with that as a young age. I went to therapy, but I wasn't listening because I was a child. It was going out of one ear to the other. And so I can remember they put me on Adderall because they didn't know how to cope with that at that age. I was being disobedient, I was lashing out, and that wasn't who I am. So they automatically tried to give me medication.
Of
And
course.
yes, at this point, when I took Adderall, it will make me as a mummy. And this is why I said I crushed all those pills up. It was about 40 pills in there. I took them, nothing happened. And I said, okay, God, I know you really want me to be here on earth, because
Right.
one pill used to make me mummified. So if I took 40, I should have been out of here. And
That's
so
the
that
clock.
was the first, yes. And so that was the first time, the 18 years old. I was just a recording artist. I'm living life, and something just triggered me. I was singing at an event, and I told somebody how I overcame suicide. And after somebody came up to me and told me their story as well, and it just brought me back to that dark place. The
Mhm.
enemy comes in, and you could just switch.
That's
And I
right.
remember I was on the bridge, and I wanted to flip my car over the bridge, but my steering wheel would not move left. It would not move right. It would just keep straight. And I said, God, okay, you want me to stay here on earth.
Mm.
So multiple times I tried to do drastic measures to take my life, but God didn't see fit to let me leave here this on this earth.
Wow. Okay. So that was clearly a sign. And I see you putting that, Mackenzie, for me. Thank you so much. Look, if you're someone that's struggling and you're having thoughts of ending your life and feeling that life is hopeless here on this earth, we want you to call, if you're in the United States anyway, 988. And in any of the
Mhm,
countries, since the Kim Jacobs Show is in over 100 countries through CTR Media
mhm.
Network, look at your own local listings and identify how to get immediate help. There's help for you. And here, Dr. Jonathan Haynes is help right here, willing to offer
Yes.
his listening ear and prayers for you. And his phone number, tell people your phone number so people can go ahead and capture that right away. Because we have audio
Right.
listeners too.
Right. My phone number is 228-313-9068. That's my personal number, my business number. So I answer right away. Again, it's 228-313-9068.
That's interesting that you say that, that's your personal and your business and you answer right away, because of all of the things and the elevations that God has brought into your life. A lot of times people start putting those gates up and safeguarding themselves. And it's not anything wrong with that either,
You
because
know,
sometimes when you're in certain roles, there you are more of a target for whatever the reason, unfortunately. What's making you be so accessible to people?
because I knew where I was when I was in those places. And I'm never too big to think that I'm too big to give out my phone number to help somebody. And I believe that's the reason why God continuously blessed me, because I'm always humble and I'm never too big to help anybody. So when I give my personal number, people say, "Uh-uh, you shouldn't do that." Let me tell you, it's easy. It's a block on there for a reason. If stuff get too crazy, you can block the number. But I haven't had that problem at all, because people are genuinely needing help in this world. And sometimes people might get irate, but it's a way to talk to them because they might be hurting, and that's the only way they can express themselves. And so that's why I give my personal number, because I always want to help somebody, no matter the day, no matter the hour. I'm always willing to help.
Look at you, look at you. And you know what, I know that God is proud of you and your family's
Thank
proud
you.
of you, and I'm sure everybody's celebrating you. There are some things, I have so many different images over here, but I want to, well, one, I just like this. So you're sitting there making music. Tell me just about this picture for a moment, because you look like you're in a very happy space right there.
Yes, piano was my first love, and I can remember took piano lessons, excuse me, for years, and I stopped. And I wish I continued, because
Hmm.
I could play with myself. I did Bach festivals, I did Superior, and all those, but I started getting into plays, and so piano was my first love. And I'm starting to get back to. I know how to play some things, but I
Mhm.
want to be back where I once was, and so piano was my first passion and love. And that's when I started knowing my voice, because after piano, my piano teacher, Miss Barnes, said she would hear me humming, and she started me with vocal lessons. And the reason she started vocal lessons was because of me at her piano lesson
Mhm.
studio. So that's where I started singing, right after piano lessons.
Wow. Okay, so
Mhm.
now, but you seem passionate about everything that you do. So, no matter what I've witnessed, I've realized that there's some level of passion in it for you. So, I saw over here. I had to put this picture, even though that you didn't send me this picture. But I was like, I just like the red. I like the red. I like the red. So you're
Yes.
over here modeling. You're not only singing, playing the piano, and doing all manner of things, but you're also modeling. Talk to us about this aspect of your life and what made you become a model, a fashion over person. What in the world? Tell us
Right.
about
And
it.
that picture was amazing. I got so much amazing feedback. I was in Gallenberg, Tennessee for a Christmas vacation, but it came out of nowhere. I remember I'm always in Atlanta. I still live in Gulfport, Mississippi, so I'm always traveling to Atlanta, Orlando, and Texas. That's the regions I'm always in. I travel all over, but I'm
Okay.
always in these places. And I've been in so many rooms in Atlanta, and somebody seen how I dressed, and it was like, I just want to give you this information. Just fill it out. I didn't know what it was. It didn't have Fashion Nova on there at the time. It just said an agency to looking for ambassadors. And so I filled out the paperwork, and like 6 months later, that's why I was saying I was in that waiting season, and I felt like all hope was lost. And right around November time, I was in Atlanta. And I got this email saying this is the CEO of Fashion Nova, and we want you to be an ambassador and model some of our clothes. And at first, when you go in emails, it be in your junk mail. And I
Right.
happenly to look. This is how I know God is amazing, because I happen to look in my junk mail every 2 to 3 days. And so I was about to delete it, but something just told me to look at it.
Mm,
And it had an email and phone number. And I never do this. I called and I was like, "This is Fashion Nova headquarters. How may I help you?" And I was like, "Oh, yes, I got this email." And to fast forward, I signed with Fashion Nova to be an ambassador and to model their clothes. And literally since November, my life has changed. I've been posting, and the reception of it has been amazing. I have got so many followers. I never knew how to model. I'm still doing these things. I'm
mm,
still trying to get it right with these pictures and the clothing, as you can see. But I have an amazing brother of mine named Corey Crockett with Pristine Media Productions, who take my videos, take my pictures, and to make sure that I do quality work. And so I'm just grateful for the connection with that, and I'm just grateful that Fashion Nova seen something in me. I have followers, but I don't have those millions of followers. I don't have 100 to 200,000 followers that usually you see people that's ambassador have. But
right.
God will put you in rooms where men don't even think you should be. So I'm truly grateful for this new level in my life.
Wow. That is interesting that you say that, because I'm more paranoid more than anything. So when I don't want to say paranoid, I'm very cautious when it comes to
Hmm.
certain things. So if I get an email in my junk mail, I'm like, mm-mm, it's over here in the junk mail for a reason, swipe or
Right.
whatever. I'm immediately getting rid of it unless it's in there by mistake, and then I try to move it up to the
Yeah.
inbox. What advice would you give people that are leery about everything, especially when it comes to that kind of situation?
Right. And in this new thing with the iPhones, a lot of my emails that are not even junk mail goes into the junk mail. So
Right.
if they don't even know the email, they will assume that it's junk. And so at that point, just step out on faith. I always say do it afraid, because you never know how something is going to change your life. Listen, I never modeled a day in my life. I'm still not perfect. I'm still trying to find out different poses, how to move. My brother tells me how to go this way, how to do this angle, trying to do this. I'm still not perfect, but I'm pushing myself out of the way and doing stuff afraid, because I know it's going to bless somebody else,
Mm,
because it's my mission and goal. I want people to see that if I can do it, you can do it.
mm.
So my motto is for you: do it afraid, because you never know how it's going to change your life for the better or the good, for the advancement of your life.
Somebody type that. Do it afraid. I mean, I need to see that over in the comment section. Even those of you, I see all of you that are on, and I see you, Jonathan Dean. I see you, Sharita. I don't have my glasses on. Y'all got me. You guys trying to acknowledge people. I don't have my little glasses, so give me a second, okay? I see you, Sharita. I see you, Lisa. I see you, Vicky. I see you. I see all of you all, and definitely I saw you, Mother Lofton. Mother Lofton watching you too. Patricia
Yeah.
Lofton. Listen, I see all of you all out there. Type in the comment section, do it afraid. Do it afraid. Even when you're scared and you don't know what the end's going to be. Fashion Nova dropped in his email, in his spam email. And guess what?
Hmm.
He responded, called the people, got an opportunity that's changed his life. So imagine if he just swiped that and deleted it, what could have happened. And look at these images. These images, you know what you're doing, Jonathan. Don't even try it. You look like you've been doing that you were born for that. Look at that.
Yes, nothing but God, and to my brother Core pushing me to better myself with these pictures and videos. Literally, it's because of him as well. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know what to do. But thank you for the compliment. We doing it, and it's been going amazing.
Yes, yes. Do it afraid. Do it afraid. And CTR Media Network, we're so glad to be linked with CTR Media Network as well. Just do it afraid, everybody,
Right,
no
yeah.
matter what. Now, you also have whenever I see you, I think of the singing, because that's what people know you're known for. But then I also think about the fact that you wear so many hats. You're a musician, an author, a mental health coach, an educator, an entrepreneur, and now this Fashion Nova influence. How do you balance all of those different aspects and hats that you wear?
Prayer. because I was in a place last year and the year before that I took so much and I got sick because I was doing too much. And
Mm,
so I'm in this season where things are very things are picking up again so much. Like last weekend I was doing so much that weekend I started getting sick again, and I said, okay, God, I'm gonna have to start balancing it again. I'm gonna have to take time after time because I'm back in the school system as
mhm.
well, so I'm teaching as well, and then I'm doing all these things, traveling as well, so that is so much. So how I do things, I balance it out because I'll do some things one week, I take a week off, and then I do another week. So that's how I'm balancing,
Okay.
trying to make sure
Good.
my timing is right. So if I do podcasts and shows, that doesn't bother me as much because I'm just getting on here telling my stories. Singing, usually I do that on weekends. I
Okay.
travel on weekends, on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I'm usually on a plane. I come back on Sundays. So I'm spreading it out. So I know how to manage it at this time. And so I'm trying not to put too much on me, but at the same time, trying to keep my name out there and to be relevant and to keep pushing my brand and ministry. So it's amazing things going on, but I'm trying to keep pressing because I want to make my future known that I was here by the grace of God. And I want people to see what God can do in just my 29 years of life and to continue to grow as we continue in this life.
Yes, come through, continue to grow. And as my mom, who's on as well, she said, do it afraid. Do it
Yes.
afraid. Thank you so much, Mommy, for your comment. I appreciate it. And now, Dr. Jonathan, you've also been featured on Forbes and Forbes Business Council 2025. You're now an official member. Talk to us. I mean, again, you're a serial entrepreneur, so you're wearing a lot of different hats. So talk to us from that perspective too.
When I tell you, God continuously blows my mind. Last year, I was in the Forbes Black Top 30 Under 30 making moves.
Mm,
And then to see now it's Forbes. Forbes Black is amazing, but to be not acknowledged in Forbes as a business council member at just 20, I was 28 at the time, 29 at February the 2nd.
mm, mm.
But to see that my businesses and the success of what I'm doing is making impact. To be in Forbes Business Council, you have to make over 500,000 to millions of dollars in revenue in your businesses. And I have done very well, but I've seen that they've seen something in me to help me further my goals, to further my businesses, and to further my ventures, to bring me into people that makes multi-million dollar deals each and every day. So I'm just grateful that I'm in rooms now that people see the visions of my life and say, I want to help you with your music. I want to send you down here to this recording studio. I want you to meet these record executives. I got some more publishers to help you with your books. I have people that want to finance your Fashion Nova deals and to bring you into all these places. So I'm
Yes.
just truly grateful for where God is taking me. And so Ford's Business Council again reached out to me and I thought it was a scam again because I'm
Another
like,
scam,
ain't
right?
yeah, I'm like, ain't no way Forbes is reaching out to me. I was in Forbes Black Top 30 Under 30. That took 3 years because I applied for that. And so Forbes came up and I got a phone call and it was like, this is Forbes Business Council. We want you to be a member. And at first I was like, okay, yeah. And they sent all the information, sent me all the dialogue. And I said, okay, this is for real. And so again, stop being afraid. I did it afraid. I got on the phone, I listened, and that's what God do. So that's the season that I am. I got to stop being afraid as well. Doing it afraid and letting God lead me instead of me leading me.
That's good. And Mackenzie typed the key pattern here is that everything that is actually important that's happening in his life, he thinks it's a scam. And
Because I'm always afraid. See, in this season, I was always afraid. Like you said, I never asked people for help. I always did things on my own. So anytime people wanted to help me, I thought they wanted to use me or hurt me because of the things that I went on in my personal life. So I'm in the season, like I said, I have somebody doing my videos, my photography, my marketing. I used to do all that myself, and that was something that I had to let go because I was getting sick as well, trying to do so much at once. But God said, I want you to let people help you.
Mm.
And so, like you said, I'm in that season where I always think people are going to take advantage of me. And so I had to have to step out on faith and say, these are not scams. These are tokens of love that God has given me to impact and change lives into others. And see, I told you I was going to do what I said I am. So here it is. But yes, I'm still doing it. I think everything is scam. That's funny because I do.
So but now I think he's a little more open-minded because
Yeah.
clearly God keeps blessing him through these so-called scam email type of things,
Yeah,
right?
so I'll call. So if I get an email, if they got a number, I immediately call because you can hear on the phone if it's something not right, But now I get the information, I call to make sure it's not.
And I just recently deleted all my scams. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go back and start because people
Yeah.
have asked me about being an ambassador for their products and
Oh yeah.
we'll pay you for this. I was like, no, you won't. I literally just be
Oh no. See, that's what it is. Yeah. Just call.
I probably missed so many opportunities, Jonathan.
But
Thanks
now
for
today we know to look at it and call them and make sure. Yeah, I think that as well. I get those on Instagram and sometimes it don't be true, but I have to call like just not to push up and think. Now I'm in this season where I'm doing so many things in Nigeria. And so I was a part of the celebrity magazine in Nigeria. I've been on multiple podcasts, and now I'm partnered with some people in Nigeria for a fashion show, runway show. And when you do stuff like that, I'm nervous because you don't know. You get scammed so many times.
right.
And so I got this connection on Instagram. And I'm like, okay, I don't know this. I don't know. But I went on each page and seen they had a great following. I've been emailing them and we made a great connection. So, like I said, we got to step out on faith and do it afraid.
You've inspired me today because I'm actually going to take some time and look back. And then actually, I'm going to just reach out to you and find
Yeah.
out, okay, what do you think about this one or that one or this one? Same, having a hard time asking for help. That's what Red Hunter was saying too. That's just been having a hard time asking for the help that he needs. So this is good. This is good.
Yeah.
Asking for that help. Somebody type that. Ask for the help that you need. Be open-minded. Don't think everybody's scamming you. This is good. Some good feedback. And what we'll do, Dr. Jonathan, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When
Okay.
we come back, we're going to talk more with this singer, entrepreneur, mental health coach, you name it. He's doing it. We'll be right back right after this break. Wow. Hi, I'm Kim Jacobs, the Managing Director of the Charlotte, North Carolina chapter of eWomen Network. I am so excited that you stopped to watch this video. I've got good news for you. You've just discovered an international network of women entrepreneurs who are committed to helping you achieve, succeed, and prosper. We're on a mission here to help 1 million women entrepreneurs each achieve $1 million in annual revenue. Here at eWomen Network, we have a complete success system that supports you every step of the way in building and growing your business. You being here right now is no accident. We're supposed to know about you. We want to meet you to find out how we can help you as well as learn about what you have to offer. With over 500,000 women connected through 118 chapters across the United States, Canada, Australia, and the United Kingdom, you are never alone. If this is resonating with you, please go to ewomennetwork.com/Charlotte. Notice too my contact information. I invite you to reach out to me and to check out our upcoming in-person and online events. I'm really looking forward to introducing you to our special community. All right, everyone, welcome back. And we are talking with Dr. Jonathan Haynes. If you have not registered for our upcoming events with eWomen Network and you're anywhere near the Charlotte and surrounding areas, I want to let you know that our speaker that's coming up is Dr. Marcia Alston, and she is the author of They Said, I Said, God Said. And the registration link is in the comment section for you to be able to register. That is coming up. Wait, let's put that up because I want to make sure y'all know. And this is the link that you're looking for in your section here. And you can go ahead and register how to shift your mindset. The other big piece is we have a women's summit that's coming for entrepreneurs to Charlotte, North Carolina. Right now, people are registering. They're traveling in from Florida and different places, Tennessee. But right in Charlotte, we want to make sure you all get your seats too, because the tickets are limited May 7th, 2025, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The founder of eWomen Network will help us unlock our profit power. So make sure you grab your seat. And if you're watching this as a replay and those dates have already passed, right now it's February when we're doing this, but because you're definitely going to see this as a replay, then just know you can go to eWomenNetwork.com/Charlotte, and whatever current events we have going on, you can be a part of. Okay, Dr. Jonathan,
Mhm.
you are a musical genius, is what I consider you. So I am
Wow.
going
Thank
to,
you.
now there's an echo I can hear over there too, but I am going to, let's see. I went and found a little something I want to play. Here we go.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the one who can heal you. I'm the one who can stop the hurt. I'm the one who set you free. I'm the one who can lift you up. I'm the one who can bring you out without a doubt. I love you so much. I'm the one who can heal you. That's what God is saying to you. You don't have to be alone, 'cause I love you so much.
Yes. And you know what? That feels good. What makes you have that, John? How do you decide that that's going to be your vibe, as people say, your groove? Still being able to encourage people to love God, but do it with that sultry undertone.
Right. I wrote that song 5 years ago, and I wanted it to be a revamp. So it's been out on everywhere for 5 years, and I did not promote it because I just didn't, at this season of life, I just didn't feel worthy. Right. And so something said, people love this song. Every time I sing it, it was like, why you didn't do a video? Why do you don't promote yourself? You do all these things, but we want to get back to the music.
Mm,
And so I said, okay. And so I did that video almost 2 weeks ago with Corey Crocker from Pristine Media, my brother, who I love, pushing me to do greatness. And that video has gotten so many views, so much love, so much shares. But grew up on blues, right? My
mm,
daddy loved blues. And so I'm in gospel. I love all that music, but my vibes are like that jazzy, sultry type of vibe. I
yeah.
love the newer version, but most of my music, even Thank You Lord, that I put out years, was that same jazzy, sultry vibe. And so in that season of life, I'm moving, I'm gonna still do some of that, but in that season of life, that's my vibe, because hearing the tunes of jazz and the blues and that vibe, it just lifts my spirit. And so when we did that video, it just, and when you people see me, they say I'm shy. So, but when I hear that I can move, I can dance, I can vibe. And so that song just brings up something, because it says, I love you. And the song simply means, is saying, when we get into those down places, God is saying, I love you. I'm the one who healed you. I'm the one who saved you. Is it me you're looking for? Because in times when we feel like nobody is there, God is saying, hello, I'm here. I'm the one who healed. I'm the one who gave my
Mm.
son, so you can have everlasting life. And so that's what I wanted that song to minister into the hearts of the people.
And that's exactly what it does. When I was playing that, I was like, oh, I'm over here. I'm giving God all praise and honor and just magnifying his name, and actually confessing and professing, God, I want you to know that I love you, and I thank you for the love that you have for me. That song just does a lot of different things. It pulls
Mhm.
out so many emotions from a person. So thank you for allowing him to allow you to release it finally.
Thank you. Yes.
And God's timing is always perfect. So this is a season with everything that's going on in the world. This is a good time for it to be released.
Right.
You need to
You
be
need to-
posting this on TikTok. A lot of musicians have gotten their start there.
I want to say something about that.
Go
You
ahead.
know, I've been, I just got a TikTok in December, right? And people saying, you got all these posts, and Facebook and Instagram have been amazing for me.
Mhm.
And I watch TikTok on YouTube, but I said, I ain't getting stuck on there and all that. And I finally made one in December, and I started posting, and my channel is growing. It's Songbird of the South. So you can follow me on TikTok, Songbird of the
Songbird of the
South.
South. Okay.
Yes, and I posted that video and it's starting to really move. It's getting there. So that song is really doing some things on TikTok as well. So I have to start promoting myself more. So when she said that, I was like, that's just confirmation. So it's Songbird of the South on TikTok. So I agree with you. I'm starting to post more because I stopped in December. I posted one thing and I just started posting again since February on there.
That's good. One of my sons, he has videos that go viral, over 400 some thousand views and things. And I'd be like, how do you do that? And he's like,
Right.
Mom, you don't listen to me. If you listen to me, you would know. So I'm like, oh, okay. But some of the stuff they want me to do, I'm just not willing to do. It's like,
Right.
I'm like, no, thank you. So, okay, this is good. Good. Now, you've worked with some of the largest names in the gospel recording industry. Huge. What has that experience been like for you? And if you want to name some of them, great. But even just talking about the
Right.
experiences overall as well.
Right. It's amazing, not just in the gospel now, but all over. And that's what I'm saying. I don't use these connections because that's what I was saying. You don't want to ask for anything, right? I
Right.
have worked with Karen Clark Sheard, Kiera Sheard, Jacqueline Carr. I have worked with Tamala Mann, Tasha Cobbs, Anthony Brown, Thai tribute, and then have close connections with people like Yandy Smith from Love and Hip Hop. I have done things with Ti. I have done so many amazing things. You go on my Facebook. I have gotten acknowledgement and videos from Anthony Hamilton,
Yeah.
Sherry Shepherd from the Sherry Show. I've got things from Trina the Rapper, and you can find all these things on my social media that see something in me and just want to respect. And I can't forget my auntie Vicky Wines, the legend Vicky Wines,
Yes.
who have seen something in me and support me in the ways that they do. And people say, why don't you use these connections? And I'm in that place where I say, I don't want a handout. I got these connections and I have all these people, but I just say I'm in that season. But now I'm in that season say, you remember what you said that you was gonna do some things, let's get to work and do some things. And so that's the season that I'm in now. I say, let's do some events. You don't have to put me on the TV shows all there, but let's bring me to some events. Let's partner, let's do some podcasts together and do some things. But yes, I have some amazing connections. And for me, from Gulfport, Mississippi to just have something like that to be sticking out and just to travel the world doing what I want to do is just simply amazing. And so I'm just grateful, I'm humble, and I'm still just like in awe, all the things that God has done in my life.
I think that's what I've noticed the most about you is that no matter how much God continues to elevate you, you still remain just a genuinely great, down to earth guy. And I love it. I absolutely love everything
Thank
I'm
you.
observing. And the people that are tuned in today are looking to find out how they might be able to be inspired to get to the other side of their mountain, some of the things they're experiencing. What advice would you give those that are aspiring artists, entrepreneurs, dreamers, anybody that's out
I
here?
always tell them you have to have faith for the size of the mustard seed. I don't care what you have to start a business. I don't care if you have little to no money. Somebody can help you. People say I can't start a business because I don't have the funds. I don't have an LLC. LLCs down here is $50. I think the most is $125. You start a business with $50 to $125. We spend that on just groceries. We spend that getting our hair, nail stuff. To step out on faith and to do what you want to do. I don't have the funds for school. Step out on faith and find connections that don't want to help you to further your education. It's always about just stepping out on faith. And I want to tell people I was in the same seats that you were in and
Yes.
still are in, because we get in those seasons and we get let the enemy try to dictate our future and say, see, I told you that wasn't going to work. But I want you to know that God has a way of flipping the script. Where you once was in the back, God has a way of turning that line around and putting you in the front line.
Yes.
I'm a living witness of what God can do. So I always tell people to keep pressing, to keep moving, to keep going forward, because eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard the kind of blessings that's going to fall on you. You might not see it right now. As my brother said, he said 2026 might be his year, but you don't know what God can do for you. Now you have a brother on here that's going to help you push the plan. So you can contact me and we're going to see where we can put you into this season to elevate you and to elevate your brand and to elevate your business. Because that's one thing, just one person can change your life. You may get 1,000 no's, but that one yes can change your life. And so for my brother that was on here, please contact me because I want to help you to get to where you want to go. I want to see what I can do and the connections that I have to see what we can do to start that business. And that's all about being in the right place at the right time. You never know by you just commenting or just posting or sharing something saying, I need help. I need to do this. And you never know who's going to bless you in your season of gratitude or elevation.
You see, it's beneficial for you to tune into the Kim Jacobs show, everybody, right? You never know what's God's plan is to help make a difference in your life. Listen, today I do want, while you're in the mode of telling people things, because people that tune into the Kim Jacobs show, I encourage you to donate to our program and partner with us. We come on Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we bring balance into your house to help your home be a better experience for you by bringing these wonderful guests on. So, Jonathan, I don't know if you could say something, Dr. Jonathan, that might encourage people to pour into the broadcast, but we never charge our guests or anything, and we want people to be a part of pouring into supporting the Kim Jacobs show.
Right. I can say if you watch this wonderful show Monday through Friday, please, please support because you don't know how much time, effort, and finances take to put on a production like this. We watch and we see all these things, but please support because this is such an amazing show. It doesn't matter how much it is, just give what you can because if you want to see this show to keep continuing to run, finances are very important. She doesn't ask for much. I'm going to support after I get off of here because I want to see this show thrive. So please, please support the Kim Jacobs show.
Wow. Whoa, that was even better than singing, huh? You can even minister and touch the hearts of people. We can do a whole telethon or whatever. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
No
I
problem.
appreciate it. Listen, thank you all, any of you that already contribute and all of our partners that are out there. We really appreciate your support and your contributions. That's the way that we keep the show thriving and bring balance to your house, one household at a time. All right, so you have a foundation, Jonathan, and I would like us to talk about that foundation and the impact that it's having on people that are affiliated with you.
Right. So we have the Stand in the Gap movement where we give back to youth. We give those initiatives for scholarships. We do youth activities, youth events. Also, Stand in the Gap movement started during the pandemic and years before. When God was elevating me, he said, give. And you say give and give it back unto you, pressed down, shaking together, and running over. And so the Stand in the Gap movement was given back to people that couldn't afford light bill, electricity,
Stand in the
anything that
gap.
they standing in the gap.
Standing
Mhm.
in the gap. Somebody type that. Standing in the gap movement.
Yeah, yes. And so it was just anybody that had hard times in life, me and some partners of mine would finance light bills, electricity, whatever it was, just giving back to the community. And I love youth. And so I was a substitute teacher. Now I'm back teaching in the schools as well. So I do so many things because youth is my foundation and I love children. And so it's just giving back to the community and showing people how to do music, how to start a business, how to do all these things that you were afraid to do. And so we're revamping that and we're doing some more things, but it's Standing in the Gap movement. It's been going over 6 to 7 years strong, and it's just making an impact for the world to see and for more.
Excellent. Excellent. I see Red Hunter says standing in the gap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then also, you better believe I'm gonna link up. I'm definitely gonna link up. I'm definitely gonna share a very similar goal with CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network, our founder is on, and I see her saying congratulations. I'm so honored that you're here today, Dr. Tina J. Ramsey. She's tuned in watching you. Again, we're streaming in over 100 countries, Dr. Jonathan.
Wow.
And 350 million households is where CTR Media Network, which the Kim Jacobs is a part of, is streaming. And then we are now also on Roku and Amazon TV, Apple TV, Spotify TV, iHeartRadio. But if you download the CTR Media app, you will find the Kim Jacobs show on the self-improvement channel. And we were actually ranked #1 out of all of the different podcasts in that category, thanks to CTR Media Network.
Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations. That's amazing.
I don't take any of this for granted. I feel like this is nothing but the grace of God and his mercy.
Nothing but the grace of God. Yes.
So in this hour, I believe I feel like we're touching on a lot of different aspects of your life. Do you feel that way?
Yes, it's been amazing. Yes.
Okay. And so from a mental health perspective, I want to make sure that we understand, because that's a strong passion of yours. What do you advise people to do that are struggling with mental health and what they can do to overcome it?
Right. I tell people to speak up. Sometimes we bottle these things up in life, and so many things can make you get into an early grave because we are suppressing and pressing these things into our hearts. And so, as somebody that overcame all those obstacles and trials, you would literally get sick because you're just holding on to all these things and all this doubt and all these issues of depression and suicidal ideations. And so what I want people to understand, speak to someone. If somebody don't believe you, talk to somebody else.
Mm.
And that's my mission. Go to somebody else. If they don't believe you, go to somebody else, because sometimes in life people don't understand or they never experience what you have experienced, so they just brush it off. And I've seen many people who have contacted me that told me stories of them brushing off and someone took their life, and now they're having mental issues because they said, why did I not believe them? And so anytime somebody says they don't feel like themselves, ask them, what do I need to do to help you? What is going on with you that you don't feel like yourself? And so that's the number one thing I tell people to do. Speak up and ask somebody for help. If you don't feel like yourself, contact somebody. You can contact me or contact somebody that you're close with and say, I've been having these feelings. I don't feel like myself, and I just haven't been right over these couple of months. Just speak up and tell somebody what's going on, because you don't know how that will save somebody's life by you just telling somebody and sometimes sharing your story. Because I just started sharing my story of suicide over 6 years ago with that Make It Happen book. And my story of overcoming all those obstacles has changed my life, because people don't understand, how could you try to commit suicide over 3 times and it didn't happen and you did
Right.
all these things and look at you now. So you never know how your story can change somebody's life for the betterment of their lives as well.
Mm, mm. I'm really glad that you're saying that, because you putting your story out there, but like you said, you didn't put it out there right away. You
Mhm.
finally kind of decided to put it out there. So how do you know when the right time is to even share your story?
Right. For me, it was just the title of her book, Current Crockett Cherry. It said, Make It Happen, define the odds to make it happen. And I said, that's me. I defied the odds and I made things happen, overcoming multiple suicide attempts and depression. And I made it happen. At that time, I was just a recording artist. So I got to the place that I was finally doing what I wanted to do. I tell people, never judge nobody when they tell their stories. Some people wait 20, 30 years because it's their time. I don't tell people to rush and tell their stories, because we don't know what's going on. We don't know how other people feel. So I can't tell you to tell it immediately.
Mhm.
These things happened to me 14, 18, 20. So for years, I had this bottled up and I finally shared when I was 25 years old.
Mm.
So it's never the right time. But when you feel like, I've prayed and I believe God, I have shared, and now I want to open up. It's at your time. Don't let nobody rush your process. Let God direct your path. And when it's time, you will know when it's time, because you will finally be at ease and say, I've overcame this and now I want to help somebody else overcome the same issues that I had.
That is beautifully stated. Thank you. I just think that you are a motivational speaker, inspirational speaker. I know you can sing and act and do all of the things, that the modeling. I think you're just all bottled into one, a major gift to this
Thank you.
world. And so I thank
Thank you.
God for you. Now, you're also a 6-time international best-selling author, and there are different themes throughout your books. What is the overall focus ultimately and goal that you want people to walk away once they read these books?
Right. All the books I have been a part of, it's anthologies. I have been asked to write a book about my life, but it's so much. I've been in so much. I have done so much in 29 years of life, but it's not the right time. But all the books I have been a part of are anthologies, and I just don't take every opportunity. They have to really mean something to me. So the first book was called Make It Happen. Then it was Boss Your Lane by the Novus Entrepreneur, Boss in My Lane. That just stuck out to me. And then we had The Heart of a Black Man. And that stuck out with me because it was over 30 Black men telling their stories of how to be successful. And you don't see a lot of male anthologies because we are uncomfortable sometimes sharing our story. And so that book stuck out with me. And then the other two were with Dr. Karen Pruden. There were women anthologies, and I was a forward author to
Yes.
just give some type of support to our women women, I say queens, women in business, to support them in life because they go through a lot of things that I don't see. And so those was book, and the other one was devotionals. So the books have to have true meaning for me because I just don't put my name on anything. And so those books are available wherever you get books, Amazon, wherever, or go to my website. But it's just truly grateful that each and every book that I was part of was number one everywhere and became international best-selling author. So I'm just grateful for what God is doing, and I'm just truly grateful to be a part of those books as well.
And again, another hat. And here's a very successful hat, because it's a lot of times people are dibbling and dabbling in things, but none of it's really amounting to what
And it,
the level that God would have it be. So I'm really grateful that he's really touched everything. And people say what you touch turns into gold. Everything that glitters is not gold, but everything you touch is turned into platinum. It's doing some
right.
stuff. So make sure y'all go to JonathanLHaynes.com, JonathanLHaynes.com. His phone number, which he's put it out there, is 228-313-9068, 228-313-9068. And I saw, what else? Oh, with this being like Black History Month, I wanted to at least find out from you, what are some of the Black leaders, artists, visionaries, different people that may have impacted your life from past or present, doesn't really matter.
Right. One that sticks out to me is Les Brown. Such an amazing visionary, such an impactful man of God, and it's truly impactful to see the lives and the change that he has. And one of the most things around Black History 2 years ago, we were featured in the same magazine. And just as a young man that was just moving, that's why I say God just does things, and it's truly, I'm gonna have to get that picture and post it. It was around Black History time. And he was on the front cover, and I was the next cover. And it was him and me, and I was just grateful to see somebody that I looked up to, that I'm in the same cahoots with them. And so that's the number one that I look up to. And I'm just truly grateful. That's what I say. Does things that I just can't talk about. But all I know is God's hand is in every step of the way.
He really is. And Les Brown is one of my mentors and my daughter's and son's godfather. So very
Hmm.
close. And I love him dearly. And a lot of his teachings, you actually live it. There's greatness inside of you, and you got to be
Yeah.
hungry. And those are things that he often talks about. And so you're
Hmm.
exemplifying exactly what he teaches and preaches all the time. And he'd be
Yeah.
quite proud of you. So I'm sure we can make some things happen around here. Hopefully I can
Yes.
connect
Let's do.
with you as well. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, now because you're a prominent African American and making your own headways, what are you looking to do to leave your own mark in society as a legacy building individual in this time frame?
Yes, I just want my life to speak for itself, that I'm truly leaving an impact for the younger generation and to grow older and older. I'm not leaving here no time soon. 110 is what I say, but I want to just impact lives. And just like you said, 2 weeks ago, I got a proclamation, it's right here, from the House of Representatives from Mississippi.
Okay.
From all the states of Mississippi, I received a proclamation, and that was just showing me that my work here in Mississippi is doing something and changing lives around this city. And so to receive a proclamation from the whole state of Mississippi, not just Gulf, but the state, is saying that people are seeing me and valuing and treasuring what I'm doing for my state of Mississippi and around the world. And so what I can just say, I'm just taking every step day by day. And if I just bless one person, that's my mission and my goal.
You've exceeded your
Thank you.
goal, man. You've exceeded your goal. I see some different awards. I want to make sure I put them up. I see you, Henry Coxum. Elder Henry said, congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And this award here, what is this?
The International Ambassador Chamber Award from Business and Power. I'm a chamber member there, and they gave me an award as an international ambassador for Mississippi. So that's truly humbling and truly grateful that I'm doing something. That's Anthology of the Year for 2023. I received an award at Best of Mississippi Awards. And so it's just so many things going on. Top 50 men in business last year. I was the top 50 men in business of Mississippi. So God is just doing some amazing things. Forbes, as you said, that was this year. So it's so many things. People say you don't have room on your wall because you just get so many things. And I say I don't, but I'm just truly grateful that people are seeing me. It's not about the awards and recognition is nice, but I'm just seeing that I'm truly making an impact in this world. And I can move it right here and let people see it. But this is truly a blessing to receive something from the state of Mississippi, a proclamation at 29 years old.
That
And
is
I'm just
amazing.
grateful. Thank you so much. I'm just grateful
Hmm.
for what he is doing in my life. And there's so many. I want to share this one, but I guess I can't. No, yeah, I can. I can because I don't, but it's something coming very soon that is really doing something. And so if we ever watch, they don't watch, they'll see the announcement soon. But Mississippi is starting a Mississippi Walk of Fame, and I will be in the Mississippi Walk of Fame
I
for
saw that
Mississippi.
too.
Yes.
Yes. I saw something
So
about that.
and so
Let me see.
so many yeah, these so many prominent people from Mississippi, and they thought of me to get a Mississippi Walk of Fame and to be in the Hall of Fame. So y'all will see that post very soon. So it's so many things coming up, and I'm just truly, truly grateful.
I am so proud of you, and I can see so many different awards. So it's so many. It
It's
literally,
so many.
I call myself doing something, finding all of this stuff. It's so many awards that I have never witnessed. So many things. Well, Les Brown, I've seen that, but
Yeah.
for this to happen is just like, yeah, it's just amazing. I see this proclamation that you just put up, so I'm not going to put that back up. But this is some
So
good
many
stuff.
things.
And then also you have a festival, a Unity Festival coming up. Is it okay if I pop that up?
Yes, yes, please, please, please. Yes, the Unity Festival, I sing there almost every year because it's always about giving back to the community. Unity Festival is one of the biggest black, it's for everybody, but it's one of the biggest black festivals in Mississippi with vendors, food, music. We have parades, we have the people line dancing. It's one of the biggest events in Mississippi where we can all come together and just have fun, safe fun. And so this year I will be the headliner performing live there. All of us are headliners in God eyes, but I'm performing live there. It's March the 15th, Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you're around Mississippi, New Orleans, wherever, or you just want to fly down here, please come to it. It's going to be amazing and you don't want to miss it.
You got me. I'm telling you, I think that I've covered as much as I can cover in an hour. And I feel so blessed. For those of you that missed earlier, I do want to just put this up one more time because I think it's so important to hear the music behind this man, Dr. Jonathan Haynes.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the one who can heal you. I'm the one who can stop the hurt. I'm the one who set you free. I'm the one who can lift you up. I'm the one who can bring you out without a doubt. I love you so much. I'm the one who can heal you. That's what God is saying to you. You don't have to be alone. 'Cause I love you so much.
Yes, that's what God is saying to you, that he loves you
Yes.
so much. And you're hearing it right here from Dr. Jonathan Haynes on the Kim Jacobs Show. What's your final message that you like? You know what, Kim, I've been on this show, and guess what? There were still a couple of things I really wanted to say, and now I messed up and didn't get a chance to say them. What do you want to say? Say it.
I always want to leave something with somebody. I don't care what the situation looks like. I don't care what the obstacles look like. I want you to keep pressing. I want you to keep moving. I want you to be the best that you can be because sometimes people don't want to see you win. And like I say, it's okay that people don't want to see you win. But the only person that I'm trying to make sure that I see that he sees me when he already knows is God. I don't care about the accolades. It's nice, but I want to make sure that God knows that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yes.
And so I just want to tell you to keep pressing, to keep moving forward, to keep being the best you can be. So much is going on in this world that can distract you from the plan and the purposes of your life, but keep moving into the directions that you want to be in. So I just say, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard the kind of blessings that's going to fall on you. So keep moving and know that 2025 is your year, regardless of what you think. or however you think it's not, it is going to be your year, because God already commanded that each and every day that we keep on pressing, it's a new day to move forward and to do what we want to do in this everyday thing that we call life. So keep going.
Y'all, you can't. That's it. That's drop the mic. It's 11:59. Drop the mic. Stay connected with Dr. Jonathan Haynes. 228-313-9068. 228-313-9068. Guess who's going to answer? Dr. Jonathan Haynes.
Me.
He's going to answer. Okay. And if you're sending him an email and you have an opportunity for him and he goes into scam, guess what he's going to do? He's going to check it out, because it might be his next blessing, and y'all don't want to miss out on your blessing. So this man has dropped some significant knowledge for us today. I can't thank you enough for being here and letting God use you, because you truly are salting the earth, and you are a light shining bright like a city on a hill, and letting your light shine so bright. I'm so grateful. Now I did see this picture, and I don't know. I hope it's who I think it is, but I just want to make sure. I have to pop them up because I haven't been all over the Facebook page. Did this right here, this was your mommy?
That's my mother. Yes. That's
when
my
she
mother.
was younger.
Yes, when she was in high school. Number one supporter, my backbone, my life, and my God sister as well. But she's the one that tells me that I can do anything that I put my mind to. She supports me. Even when the years when I just started, when I didn't have the finances, she said, okay, I got it. And so that's my mission, to take care of my mother now. And yes, that's Aunt Bam. Y'all know her from Tyler Perry, House of Pain, all the Medea movies. She came down here for an event. I got to connect with her one-on-one, putting me in rooms with some amazing people. And so I'm just truly grateful.
Wow. Wow. Okay, y'all. This man is full of gratitude. If he could say thank you to everybody individually, he would put it on a wall and put all of your names, because that's who he is, and God sees that and he honors that in you. I love you, Dr. Jonathan. So proud of you, and keep letting your light shine bright, so we can determine what's up on that hill that Jonathan Haynes is sitting on, so that I can serve the same God that he serves. That's what I want to do.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, everybody. I love you all. I'll see you saying virtual show you're in. Yes, if you're interested in starting your own virtual show, reach out to me right away, because we have started session 1 and we have 1 seat left, and you are welcome to reach out 704-962-7161 and grab that seat if you're going to be in our class. It's a 6-week training, and you will walk away knowing how to start your own show from scratch, with the technical assistance as well included. Have a great day, everybody. I love you all. Thank you, Dr. Jonathan. Stay backstage.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show, and for being in the virtual studio audience. Your presence truly does make a difference, and I look forward to you bringing your friends and family to join you in the virtual studio audience Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you, and make it a great day.